In our next section, we are going to talk about VLAN trunk security. The first attack is the switch spoofing. In this attack, the attacker tries to attack the system by showing itself as a switch. In order to avoid this attack, first, access and trunk ports should be configured manually, which means we shouldn't use DTP. The second, unused interfaces must be shut down. For example, if we are not using this interface, we need to shut down this port and the attacker can be blocked by this shutdown port, and that's it. And the third, VLANs in trunk ports must be hardened. The second attack is double tagging attack. In this attack, two IEEE.1Q headers are added to the frames entering the port so that the packet can access the desired VLAN. The switch that receives the frame first extracts the first header. The second switch receiving the frame reads the VLAN information in the second header in the frame and sends the packet to target VLAN that it wants to go to. And let's take a look to the VLAN access list too. VLAN access lists, and as known as the VACLs also, are used to filter traffic within the same VLAN. That's very important point. Same VLAN. And VLAN access lists can be configured for IP or MAC layer traffic with some restrictions depending on platform and software version. VLAN access lists on Catalyst switch serve two distinct purposes, and they are: first, filter traffic in layer 2 with certain limits, and secondly, overcome VLAN span limitations using the capture port feature. And here is the configuration of the VLAN access lists. And first, a VLAN access list is created, as you can see, VLAN access map and the name of the VLAN access list. Then we create an access list and the corresponding IP address range is determined. And then the VLANs to be filtered are chosen and filtered. So what these commands are doing for this configuration is we define a ICMP filter 10 VLAN access list, and that's the action is drop for the IP address that we match in the access list 100. And we define another access map. The name is ICMP filter 20, and that's the forward action for the rest. Okay. For other than any traffic coming from the matched by VLAN, access list 100, that's gonna be forwarded. So in summary, this VLAN access list drops the traffic for this IP address range and forwards the rest.